Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. Good morning, everyone. Buenos días. Bienvenidos. Welcome to 1 Million Cups for the Wednesday. We're going to get started. So, just a little recap for every Wednesday about 1 Million Cups. Oh, yes, please sign in. The QR code is also located on your tables. Really appreciate it. So just a little recap about 1 Million Cups. Every Wednesday, we strive to work and create a consistent and educational experience for 1 Million Cups speakers every Wednesday. We are the newest 1 Million Cups community here in the Southwest region and in Texas. There are 34 1 Million Cups in our region. We are proud to be the newest one. Some of the key pillars about 1 Million Cups, these are meant to be presentations or storytellings, not pitches. Every Wednesday, we want you guys to make authentic connections, not just network and lead. We want these connections to go somewhere, form friendships, connections, good stuff. About the core program, it is held every Wednesday nationwide, so every 1 Million Cups community all over the nation streams it and networks every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And typically they are 6-minute presentations with Q&A afterwards for every speaker. And if you want to be a presenter or a coffee sponsor, please contact any of us with the shirts. We will gladly take your information and set you up. We want to thank today's coffee sponsor, 7th & Park. They have been sponsoring this month's coffee, so please enjoy some coffee during group time here. Okay, at this time, we'll go ahead and start with the presentation, so everybody can keep silence your phones, just as a respect for our presenter. And for today's presenter, we have Ms. Blanca Perez. She is the owner of Amor Eterno Providers. So, Ms. Blanca, welcome to the stage. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Blanca Perez. I'm the proud owner of Amor Eterno Provider Services. And I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to inspire you to follow your dreams and to dream big. Back in 1999, I had a dream. I had a dream and a lot of passion for wanting to start my own small business. I didn't want to be working for somebody and clocking in and clocking out. So with a lot of passion, not a lot of money, but a lot of determination, I started my business in 1999. It was a successful business. I had the honor of being named SBA champion, small business woman of the year, and that was in 2010. Shortly after that, I was able to sell my business in 2014. I was able to sell my successful business, and I'm happy to report that today, this year is still up and going. So I passed by that business, and I started that business with so much sweat, equity, and passion, and it gives me so much pride to know that it's still existing. Shortly after that, I had my daughter's health take a turn for the worse. So we went through many years of treatments and seeking medical care, going to different hospitals, having different medical providers in and out of our homes. And that is when my focus shifted from what I started as a business to wanting to have quality, comprehensive care for my daughter. In the time frames where we were seeking medical attention, I started to develop a passion for wanting to serve those that were sick, like my daughter. Fast forwarding to 2022, I started Amor Eterno Provider Services, and I said, my business is going to be different. I'm going to put my passion into it, and I'm going to make sure that our clients are treated like family. I'm going to give them the treatment that I wanted for my daughter. Um, so what we do is at Amor Eterno Provider Service, we are able to provide provider services in the comfort of their home for our clients. In doing so, we're able to come up with a comprehensive care plan that caters to their diagnosis, that caters to their needs. We do that by hiring trained attendants, and not only are we state mandated and we follow, of course, a state protocol, but I go above and beyond and make sure that when we interview our care attendants, that I see in them a servant's heart, someone that is going to care for that somebody's loved one. And so we offer incentives and trainings because we want our care attendants to take very good care of our clients. Again, we see them as our family. In tailoring their plan of care, we also incorporate continuity, making sure that if we assign one of our attendants to a client, that it's a good fit, because we want to enhance their quality of life. And that's our purpose. That's what we're there for. We're there to serve. So we serve with a passion, and I'm very, very passionate about serving our clients, whether they're bedbound, they have mobility issues, and we serve our clients from ages 5 to 99 with different diagnoses. Some will have autism, some will have Down syndrome, some will have, different diagnoses. But again, we train and we tailor our plan of care to their need. Always serving with a lot of dignity, compassion, and respect. Always serving as if they're our family, because that's what we're here to do, to serve them. What I want to do is inspire you. I went into this not knowing medical, coming in from doing something totally different. But I feel that if you have a passion for what you're doing and you are determined, you are able to form your business plan, you're able to look for resources that are out there. And I think mostly in your business, um, if you develop in yourself that vision of where you want to be, and you set that roadmap on how to get to where you want to be, surround yourself with a team that has the same vision that you do, you'll really get far. I know for me, my experience has been to be able to know how to pivot and pivot from my plan. And I have found that that's really important, to be flexible and moldable, because on paper, we can have our business plan a certain way, and we know that that makes sense, but factors come into play where you really need to learn and have that discernment to be able to pivot and change and to be flexible. So I feel that if I was able to come into an industry where I really didn't know much of, but I did have that passion and I did want to make that difference, then I know that you can also succeed. There are many resources out there now for that entrepreneur. I think a good starting point is looking at your local SBA chapter because whether it's a startup or you're wanting to scale your business, they are a great resource for you. I thank you for your time. I know I had 6 minutes, so I'm just trying to get to the main points, but I do want to encourage you to have passion for what you do, because whatever it is that you're doing, whatever business that you're opening, if you have a passion for it, you'll love what you do. You'll love what you do. When you don't have that passion for what you're doing, then I just don't see that going far, because you really, really want to have a passion for what you do. So I thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than glad to answer any questions. I wish you nothing but the best, and I know that tapping into resources here and those resources that are online are a great asset to you starting up your business and scaling your business. Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Do you have any mentors along the way? Any people that taught you something that you value a lot?
Yes, thank you for that. I did. Along the way, when I started my business, it was like a one-man show. And so I ended up going to my local chamber of commerce, and then I ended up going to SBA. And so in there, I found many women that had run the course of entrepreneurship and said, listen, I know you're doing it this way, but you doing everything is not going to go far, you know. And so finding mentors, I did find mentors, and I was able to kind of expand my way of thinking and change my mind on how I'm going to have longevity and how I'm going to be able to have my business grow and scale. So mentors are very important. Mentors are very important because these are people that we can learn from and that have already been there and done that. And I personally serve as a mentor actively. I'm proud to say, and now that we've got more time, I'm proud to say when I sold my business 13 years plus, I sold it to my right hand. That person had started with me and been with me at the time 8 years. And I trained her and I molded her to be a mini me. So when I wasn't at my business, she was taking care of my customers the way I would. At that time, I said, you know what, if I ever sell my business, I will give you first option. And I'm very proud of her. I am very proud to say that I did. I mentored her, I molded her, sold her my business. I even financed it over a 3-year period. And I am very proud to say that she's running it very successfully now. And so I go in and I check to see what she's doing, how she's doing. From time to time we talk. I also have another group of women that I have met through different women's groups that I do mentor. Because I feel that if we have been blessed enough to be able to have a successful business, then we should share our knowledge and share our failures as well. Because in between scaling your business, there's a lot of times where there's lessons to be learned. And sometimes what looks like a setback is actually a set up to move forward. Because until the times are hard, that's when we really, really put our big girl pants on and know that it's all or nothing, that we need to move forward, that we need to keep on trying, that we need to be determined to finish this race, to make sure that we succeed. Because for me, failure is not an option. And when I feel that we are failing at a certain project or a certain part of the business, then I see it as, okay, this is a time to redirect, pivot, and figure out what will work, because what I'm doing is not working. And so it's always lessons to be learned. And every day there's lessons to be learned. So thank you for that. Does anybody have any other questions?
Did you have some difficulty during COVID?
So during COVID, again, and so I told you from 2014 all the way to 2022, because Amor Eterno is 1 year old. What I did is in 14, all the way really up to 2020 when COVID started, I had been focusing my time, money, and energy on getting my daughter from being bedbound to being up and in college. And so that was my focus. But during COVID, and again, always having that entrepreneur mind, I saw what was not a good situation. COVID was so hard, and we've all had family members pass away from COVID. So I don't say it lightly that COVID was a very, very hard time for a lot of people. At that time, I saw an opportunity. I saw an opportunity to do COVID testing. And I partnered up. We were able to do COVID testing. We got contracts throughout the county. And then I hired a medical director. And then we started doing COVID vaccines. So throughout COVID, I was able to turn in something that was, again, looked like a setback to be a set up. And so throughout that time, and then when COVID started dying down, our contracts also died down. And we used that seed money to what is to turn this into a reality. So COVID didn't affect Amor Eterno because we started this after COVID, but COVID did give us the opportunity to serve our community. When everyone was in lockdown, we were in suits out there testing and trying to keep our frontliners, our medical staff up and running for the community. Yes. Sí, claro.
Supongo, por ejemplo, el servicio que hace, a usted le paga por el seguro de un paciente o lo que sea, ¿no? Hacer esos trámites con las compañías de seguros o con las compañías que eventualmente le van a pagar a usted. Para ir a dar con esas compañías, ¿alguien asesoró o usted tiene que hacer las llamadas y decir, yo estoy dando ese servicio, contrato? ¿Cómo funciona para que tú trabajes con las compañías de seguros que son los que te van a pagar? ¿Y qué tanto se tarda todo el proceso de pago para que tú recuperes tu dinero?
So basically his question was, if you have a provider service and like our brochure, our RAC card says, we are credentialed with several insurances, how is it that you get credentialed? How do you get your foot in the door with them? And what is the time frame for when you provide services to, by the time the insurance reimburses you? The credentialing process to do something like this is time consuming and tedious. It takes a team. So it takes someone knowing credentialing, because I said, no, I'm not going to pay a consultant to credential me. I'm going to do this. I can do this. Well, I tried one and I saw that it took some time and that it was tedious. So we did end up having somebody assist us with doing the credentialing. Some insurances to get credentialed could be as soon as 3-4 months, and some have taken up to a year that we're just getting credentialed. The reimbursement time is anywhere from 60 to 90 days. So having that startup seed money is important, because just like any business, you must have some monies allocated to be able to grow, because you are serving and then you're paying your attendants, but this is out of whatever you have as your seed money, because this does take time. So it does take time. having that sequence is really important. Because if not, you'll go under. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Okay, well, thank you so much for this opportunity. And, here's my sales pitch. If you have a loved one that needs provider services, please feel free to reach out to us. We've handed out information on our agency. We're here to help, and I personally go visit all of our clients because I want to know what their living condition is, what their diagnosis is, and then that's where we reach out to community partners. For instance, when we have clients that are, let's say, living alone, are needing assistance with meals, then I'll get on the line, I will program, and this is separate from provider services, but this is why I feel that we make a difference and that we will be able to scale our business. Because if they are in need of food, I will do the Meals on Wheels application so that the senior citizens can have meals delivered to their home. If they are in need of assistance with the electrical bill, then I will call on community partners. We will do their application so that they're able to get assistance if there is any assistance out there. So again, going above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak, is really key to having a service business be able to thrive. And that's what we do. So thank you so much. God bless and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Ms. Blanca. We actually have a little bit of time left, so we're gonna try something that we did a few months back, which is if anybody else in the audience would like to come up and give us their story, tell us their story. I know a lot of you have already done so, but we have some new faces. So if anybody would like to come up, if not, it's okay. There you go. Okay.
Good morning, guys. I was not prepared for this, but I'm here and I'm branded, so everybody in the back trying to see me. Perfect opportunity. I am part of A-Bridge. I've taken Kaufman here last session, and I am part of the Texas Accelerator program here with the E-Bridge. I have product here too, but our goal here in the Valley is we are a Latino-inspired ice cream store, a paleteria, which you traditionally find in Mexico. A little bit of the story behind how we started. We started in 2019, before the pandemic. Our recipes are part of a family business that has been in the industry from around the 1930s. We do follow those same recipes. The Casa family, which is part of my husband's family, his great uncles were the founders of the Mexican Las Michoacanas Paleterias. So we are part of the bloodline of the Paletas Mexicanas. And in 2019, we started our business here in Brownsville. We have been able to open 2 stores in Brownsville, one in Los Fresnos, and we do currently have more than 15 point of sales throughout the valley. We go as far as San Antonio and FAR. We distribute, we have state licenses, permit to manufacture our paletas. So what you guys eating from our business is manufactured in our stores, paletas, bolis, mini paletas, ice cream, aguas frescas, and obviously the Mexican culture, los antojitos, the snacks as well. We have over 80 flavors that we have perfected over the years. It includes paletas, it includes bolis. We try to keep everything into 3 categories, which is natural, simple ingredients. We don't use conservatives, we don't use preservatives. We stick to simple ingredients, water, fruit. We do use cane sugar. We're still We have a couple of alternatives for diets. We do have vegan, we do have keto, we do have sugar-free, not, obviously not every flavor, but we do cater to multiple diets. Same thing with our ice cream. We have non-dairy and dairy that we try to carry for both, um, for multiple choices. And we have been serving, one of our recent researchers that we've been doing, we have served almost 500,000 sticks of paletas already manufactured here in Brownsville for the community. Part of those paletas, we are part of fundraisers with schools. So part of our manufacturer licensees allows us to partner up with schools and be able to fundraise and give back a portion of that to the students, which has always been part of the mission behind La Pale, because I was a teacher before, and right now that we continue asking the community, everybody pairs up after school snacks with ice creams and paleterias. It's kind of a culture, ir por la nieve después de la escuela. Entonces, we are very proud to say that we are Go Texans. We are made here in Texas. We don't, we inspire everything, all of our flavors from Mexico, but using all the standards of hygiene and quality from the United States, and we are very proud of that. Thank you. Any questions? Yes, we do have samples in the back, so we'll go over that. Anybody else?
What's your name?
Daisy Alcazar from La Pale. Thank you, guys.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I guess that concludes our 1 million cups for today. If you want to keep hearing Ms. Blanca's very inspiring story, she's gonna be here for a little bit, I hope. So please approach her and keep talking to her. And thank you, Daisy. If you guys want to try some snacks from her, please go ahead too. And yeah, thank you very much for coming, everyone.
You.
Now I can.